I remember when I was young, I had this burning desire to start a business. But there was this nagging voice in my head telling me that everything has already done before me. I felt like I was late into the game. Felt like all good ideas were already being taken. So I kept putting it off, waiting for the perfect idea, perfect opportunity, and perfect time. I had this vision when I was 12 to start recording videos for YouTube. I actually did. I made a couple of them in my own mother language. And what actually happened is I realized I'm not good enough. I don't have the perfect gear to record. I don't have the skills to do it. I don't have the perfect microphone, the setup, the team. And I was lack of many things that I were watching from other YouTubers that already did it. I started it off with making vlogs, but what happened is that I surrendered. But you know what? Finally, at the age of 18, I changed the niche, changed the language, and said, it's the time, and showed up here in the YouTube. I made more than 100 videos already, and I'm currently putting the reps in. Looking back, I realized something profound. Imagine if I would start to create videos when I was 12 and can be consistent and posting them, how I would grow from it. How much skills could I acquire from simply creating the videos consistently, like I do now. Like Alex Hormozy said, you not start by reading the books about sales. You go and sell products, and after that you can read this book to improve it. So you first train, then you learn, then you improve, then you do quality over quantity, then you do quality and quantity at the same time. This is how you grow. But if you would think, like, this is 6 years of experience that I could gain only because of one decision, only because I thought that making a videos on my smartphone, I had Samsung at the time, is lame. It's lame, and the quality is not going to be that good as in the professional YouTubers. And I thought to myself, I'm young, nobody gonna listen to me. Imagine how I could grow, how much reps I could put in. Well, in today's video, I'm gonna tell you about top 5 myths that hold you back from becoming an entrepreneur and making your life feel easier. Because at the end of the day, self-improvement is focused only on money. You do all these habits just to increase your productivity, just to get you some money. And money will get you girls, and girls will get you money. Endless cycle. Actually, it's really important. There's 5 myths that stick into everyone's brain. Let's go through them. Myth number 1, the myth of Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg is the guy that created Facebook. Basically, the guy that invented this idea, the big thing called social media. You see, I'm telling from the perspective like he was the creator, the founder of it, like a Steve Jobs about finding a smartphone with Touch ID. But he actually didn't. Before that, there was already social media exist, like the smaller ones. Nobody remember how were they called. It's not the point. The point is he leveraged it. He made it standardized. He just improved the idea that already were existing. And the method Zuckerberg stands on the thing that you cannot win and create the ideas that simply benefit others, because you need to create something new, because you need to invent something to become this science, but actually to step off from red race. It stands really that to become wildly famous and good entrepreneur, you need to create something big. And this is myth, brother. You don't. This myth is based on the fact that everything is truly an original idea, that everything is unique, that nothing were created before. Example with Steve Jobs. Before that, the smartphones were existing. He just created Touch ID. He just improved the smartphones. I learned like a year before that if your goal is to change the world, you can do this. Because how can you change the world? This is such a big place that you need to do many things to change it in a good way. But to improve it, this is the goal that feels more reasonably unreasonable, if you know what I'm talking about. But from this myth, I want you to remember that everything is evolution from an existing idea. The God were the one who created everything, not the Mark, not the Steve, and not the Elon Musk. Myth number 2, the myth of blue ocean. Imagine a blue ocean. Here is the picture. What you see is the place without competition. is the place where nobody else except you are in. People think that they need to start a business in the niche that is not that popular, that you should not have a competition, that there is literally no competition, the blue ocean. And this is false. F that. We want competition. We want to compete with someone. We want to get better results. I want to become bigger than Hamza, the best known self-improvement YouTuber. And I'm telling you this right now. And if he would listen, if I would come up to him and I would say to him, brother, I will become bigger than you. I would have more subscribers than you. You would look at my channel and just laugh. He making video for 6 years. I did it only for 9 months. I'm not from England, not from US. And he would laugh. I know it. But by putting the work in, I could achieve bigger results. And now what I need to do is, I don't need to do the double work of him. And this is how the myth of the blue ocean is just sliding away. It is disappearing. Because if you do the double thing that your opponent do, you win the competition. And without competition, you don't do it because you don't have motivation to do it. You know this monopoly, Apple. They don't even do something new. They just selling the same phone every single time, but adding some features. Many haters of them. I really love Apple. I can judge them. I use it. I have iPad right there. I have MacBook. Thing is, they're in monopoly that can do whatever they want. They don't need to become the biggest smartphone company because they already are. So the competition is really important. You need to see what is out there, where the successful fishermen already fish. Like my comparison with Hamza. I learned from him. I know his techniques. I know that I should start my video with the story. I know that he's doing A/B split test with titles. I simply learn from him. I see the fisherman behavior and I copy it and then I improve it with my authenticity and my stuff. But this for now, as an entrepreneur, you need to go put your rod next to theirs and learn from them. And then you're incrementally getting better at fishing. And someday you could have overcome this saying, self-improvement, which is Hamza. Let's not call it that way. The third myth, the myth of artists. You know the Pablo Picasso, he has amazing work. You know the one guy that made Mona Lisa, do you know him? Leonardo da Vinci. Yes, he is. You know them because they made this perfect picture, this perfect arts, and they spent hours to create them. Literally days to do them. They perfected till 1 pixel, I don't know how to describe it, till 1 inch of the freaking art. And this myth is existing, and it's simply the things that you think that you need to perfect it. It is simply overthinking. It is when you think, like my story, that I need a better camera, I need to build a team, to have more friends, to create more vlogs. I need something to improve it, and I'm not gonna do it because I will just waste my time and say to myself, okay, I'm not going to become an entrepreneur because, I can do the perfect business. I don't have the capital to put my money in something and then open the restaurant, for example. So I will not do it because it's simply hard and I'm not the artist. I'm not the professional. But you become the professional when you put reps in, when you start the business like a monkey, where you throw your money out of your pocket and you lose them and you learn from your mistakes. And then after 10 years, like Da Vinci did, you could become artist someday. So don't believe in this shit. And let's move on to the myth number 4, the myth of solo entrepreneur. Solo entrepreneur is a vehicle that can get you from working into 9 to 5 to becoming a fully entrepreneur. It is the thing that you can use, but not stuck into it. It is phase, not destination. It is connected with side hustle, the period where you're trying to get the first money so that you could become the full entrepreneur, to create your team, to improve more. You not stay at the same level like these grannies that are working the same accountant job for like 15 years, 30 years, and then don't even get a promotion, not even in 2% of their salary. So you do this side hustle just to create enough velocity to escape your job, to escape your 9 to 5, to break free, and then to move into the next phase. And that is important. This is why it's myth, to not to stay in it. Because then it's the phase where you learn how to work with others, learn the skill of communication. And you can easily do it by reading the book named, I'm not gonna tell you this. Go watch this video, the book number 3, the book that you need to improve your communication skills. Myth number 5, the myth of you. What is interesting topic? How can it be the myth of you? What can you myth about yourself? And it's simply, if you're not experienced. Right now you are accumulation of your past experience, behaviors, habits, lessons, networks, and desires. You are your past version and you need to change your identity. Simply your identity in the moment. And you change by identity by changing your life. Your current existence reclaims this accumulation. It's simply the proof that you're still broke because of your identity. And how you question your identity, how you break this myth is by journaling, by finding your purpose, and by putting the vision in front of you, your goals, your mission, and your work. And this was top 5 myths about entrepreneurship. I believe you're not gonna fall into one of them, that you will overcome them with this knowledge. And if you're still not an entrepreneur and you're watching this video, it's time to close every apps, clean your room, and go make a business. Thank you for watching. Don't be nice, be good. It was a pleasure to me, and it's time to go bank.